Hi guys, I hope you're all doing really well. So a while ago I actually put on my Instagram a little Q&A kind of box for you to ask any questions that you had for me. So I thought, well, I kind of didn't do the video, so I'm doing it now. I've kind of gone back through the questions and put them all together there to go through them. So this is kind of questions that were asked about 2 months ago, and then also a couple from like previous times I've done a Q&A kind of little box that I'd saved but never got around to doing the video. So I just thought I'd go through all this now. It's quite a good video idea, I thought. So the first one is, when are you planning on moving out? So if you didn't know, at the moment I'm actually living at home. Me and Michael both moved back to Ireland. I think it was over a year ago now, which is absolutely mad because it doesn't feel like that long at all, although it feels like we never left as well at the same time. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, so we're currently living in my mum's house to save some money so that we can get our own place eventually. That's what we decided to move back for, is to save for our own house and hopefully get a mortgage of our own one day. It is hard to save and have a life at the same time, I won't lie, but yeah, that's what we're planning, that's what we're doing at the moment. So I don't know when we plan to move out. Of course it depends on like when we've saved enough of a deposit to be in a position to be able to move out, and also circumstances as finding a house and things like that. So I don't know, I'd like to say maybe end of next year I'll give it a year between, like, I'd just say 2021, the start of 2021 hopefully. Then, oh yeah, end of next year, when we saying that, I'd say 2021, hopefully the first 6 months of that year, hopefully we'd like to have, or at least apply for a mortgage then. The second question is, have you set a date for your wedding? No, we haven't actually set a date for a wedding actually. Now this kind of coincides with the first question. We are looking at saving more for like somewhere to live, like a house first of all. I feel like that's more of a priority for us ourselves. We don't want to be living in my family home forever. Like, I don't want to be under my mum's feet constantly, and I feel like we do need our own space again, which I just can't wait for. No offense, ma'am, like I do love living here with my mum as well at the same time, but I just feel like I just miss my house. I miss like just doing my own thing in my own area. I don't know. So we haven't actually set a date, but once we have our house, then that's something hopefully that we can save towards then, is a wedding. So no, the answer is to that. The next question is, do you still do makeup? Now, I don't do makeup on other people and I don't work in makeup. However, I obviously still do makeup on myself. Yeah, no, I just to be honest, I just fell out of love with it. Like, I felt like every second person and their dog was doing makeup and there wasn't really a market for it anymore. It's just like the market is like so saturated with makeup artists. It's just like the competition is unreal basically. I just kind of felt my passion went. Like, I didn't want to be as creative with like the cut creases and all the glitter and stuff like that. That's just not me anymore. I feel like that I kind of outgrew that, and I wasn't going to pursue doing something if I don't ultimately love what I do, you know, that kind of way. So no, I don't still do makeup. Another question was, what was the best and worst thing about working on a makeup counter? So this is a hard one actually, I don't know. So I would like to say probably the best thing about working on a makeup counter is the girls that you work with. Like, when I was in England I met some lovely girls, and I don't know, we'd always just have a laugh, and I don't know, it just was great. Like, literally imagine working with people that had the same interests as you, and y'all had similar kind of sense of humour, same interests, all that kind of thing, and you just had a laugh when you went to work. Especially when I worked for one particular counter, I think there was like 8 of us, and it was just, there was always somebody on shift with you and you never felt like you were bored. There was always some kind of entertainment going on, which was good. The worst thing I'd say working about working on a makeup counter is it can be quite bitchy, but that doesn't, like, whatever about that, like, there's gonna be bitches wherever you go in life. But the worst thing I would say is actually the targets and the pressure that you're put under to achieve those targets, because you could have a really quiet day in there and you're expected to meet like an unrealistic target, and then you'd be queried as to why you haven't. But at the same time, you can't force people to come through those doors to come to you, do you know what I mean? You can only try your best with the customers that are in the shop. Another thing I'd say, the worst thing about working in a makeup counter would be the rude customers. Like, I'm trying to help you, there's no need to be rude to me, and that's just something that really used to grind on me, is the rudeness that some people can, like, I just don't know where these people were brought up, but I just don't think it's acceptable to be horrible to somebody when they're trying to help you. That's all I will say on that one. Another question was, would you ever cut your hair short again? No. Like, oh, everyone always says to me, your hair looks so nice when it was short. Like, I love your hair like that when it was short. I was like, Yeah, I know, but it was a certain length that it looked good, I felt, and then it just grew constantly, that it was like an awkward length and it just didn't sit right. And I don't know, I just felt like I needed long hair again. It just didn't feel me. As much as I loved it, I actually found it was more upkeep than long hair, because you had to make sure like the ends were curled or it had some product in it to make it look less flat and a bit more volumized. But yeah, no, I don't think I'd ever do it again. I don't know, we'll never say never. When you move out, will you get another pug or another pet? I'd like to think so, yeah. I love my dog so much. But I'd love to get another pug, or I'd love to get a Frenchie, or I'd love to get a sausage dog, like a Dachshund. I absolutely love them dogs. I'm obsessed. I probably would get every dog I could, actually. If you ever bring me to an animal sanctuary, I'd probably come home with them all, because I just couldn't leave them there. But I would love to adopt a dog. I don't know, I just feel like there's so many dogs that are in these shelters that don't have a home, and it absolutely breaks my heart. Like, I seen something on Instagram there recently about dogs that needed a foster family for Christmas. Now, if I was in my own house, I would definitely put myself forward for doing that, because I just think that is just heartbreaking that these dogs are just there. And they look so sad as well, I don't know. But obviously in my mum's house, I can't expect her to bring in like 100 dogs into the house. But yeah, I'd love to adopt. Another question there is, how many years have you and Michael been together? So all in all years, we are nearly together 8 years. It'll be 8 years in March, which is mental, because I don't feel like, no, I do feel like it's been that long, because I can't imagine us without each other. But at the same time, 8 years is a long time, but it's also like it's flown by. It's weird. I don't know. I still feel the same age as when we first met, so that's probably what it is. But we've done so much together that it's like, I don't know, he's like my right arm basically. So the last question then was, do you want to travel to any countries? Yeah, I would love to travel to different countries, but to be honest, I'm not in a position to be able to afford to travel to different countries. I like to go on a holiday once a year and that be it. That's something then for me to look forward to. I would love to go to Australia, but I don't know if I could handle the flight. I hate flying, and the thought of doing that long of a flight just petrifies me. I don't know if I could do it, but when I'm there, I know I'd have an amazing time, because it looks absolutely unreal. I always had a thing for like wanting to move to Australia, but it's so far away from family as well that I don't think I'd ever do it. But I'd love to go on a holiday, maybe even if it's like 2 months, that'd be great. But yeah, if I'm ever in a position to be able to afford to travel or to go to Australia, then I definitely would. And also I'd love to go to America. I'm really dying to go to Florida and go to like all the Disneyland and the Universal, is it Universal Studios? I don't know, because I've never been. I've been when I was like 2, which was pointless. But I would love to go there. We keep saying, me and Michael keep saying that we're going to go for our 30th, which is in like 2.5 years, and we're like, we're going to get saving now so that we can afford to go. But hopefully we'll be able to go, because that would be amazing. What kind of 30-year-olds go to Florida though? We're such kids. Oh well. That's it for my Q&A. I do hope you liked this video. If you want to see more Q&As, definitely give me a thumbs up so I know what type of videos you like to see, and I'll be able to film another one. And also, if you have any other questions, just leave them down below so I can then get them for the next one. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!